I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. So now presenting for starting lineups.
Once you get up, the STU for
The starting lineup tonight, Florida Limited St. Thomas Tommies, number 4, Kylie Benoit. Number 6, Vanessa Sutton. Number 9, Alyssa Jeffrey. Number 20, Jaden Penny. Number 22, Eva Crusher. And head coach, Fred Connors. Now presenting the starting lineup for your hometown, Mount Marys. Number 7, Maddie Frederick. Number 9, Sophie Cherry. Number 11, Megan Philbrick. Number 16, Abby Miller. Number 21, Tori James. And the head coach for your Mount Allison Mounties is Ryan Chase.
That is Prosser. Prosser comes down, 20 has the ball, Penny to Prosser, Prosser driving, Prosser looking, Prosser covered, Prosser up, no, missed. And here's Sophie Trail, breakout speed, crosses the big crest, looking, slows down the pace as the team sets. That's broken up, and here comes Roy down the center of the court. There's Sophie up, Sophie no, Sophie off the rim. Bit of Saran. Ball went out of bounds off of number 9, Jeffrey. It'll be a Mountie ball. Check that is a St. Thomas ball. From our ground level press box position, here is Prosser. Prosser up. They fight for it. Tommy's basketball. Inbounding at this time will be number 20, Jaden Penny. Penny is a Fredericton native, and here is Sophie. Sophie looking, Sophie up, Sophie down. Travel is the call. Possession to the Mounties. Here's Sophie Trail. Certainly a feeling out process by both these teams early. We are just 2 minutes into this first quarter here at McCormick Gym at Mount Allison. That is number 21. Here is Philbrick. Philbrick for the Mounties. Back over to Janes. Janes looking. Janes going. Janes running. Sophie Trail into the paint. No, she is fouled on the shot. She'll take 2 shots from the free throw, the charity stripe. Number 4 with the chop. That is Kylie Roy, her first, team first. Sophie Trail. Sophie Trail shoots 57.1. Nothing on the first. Let's see how she does on the second. There it is. First point of the game goes to the Mounties. 1-0. Sophie with it right side. Penetrates. Here's a pass to Penny. Penny looks. Penny in. Prosser is there. Prosser driving. Prosser fighting her way in. Wants to do the spiral. Up, down, no. Rebound Miller. Miller breaks out. Miller to Sophie Trail on the left side. Sophie Trail looking. Sophie Trail penetrates. Sophie Trail up. Sophie Trail soft on that. No go. Number 8 under the basket. That was Emily Owens. Prosser out and number 15 in. That is Stordy for the Tommies. Sophie coming down, guarded by Greatorex. Sophie looking, Sophie up, Sophie. Here is Penny. Penny to number 9, Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking, Jeffrey up. Leaks out, covered by Abby Miller. Greatorex with it. Greatorex driving, looking. Here is Sophie Trail right side. Sophie goes back to Greatorex. Tori James, the defensive green curtain is intense. Sophie Trail lost the handle on the ball. It will go to the Tommies. Tommies will inbound it through the hands of Emily Owens. Owens, a 5'7", fourth-year guard out of Fredericton. Quite a number of the athletes on the Tommies are Fredericton residents, and here is number 20, Penny. Penny looking in under, 15 up. No, can't get the shot away. There's a tangle of players, and out with it comes Sophie Trail of the Mounties. Trail looking, Trail slowing things down. 6:25 to play in the first. 1-0. Greatorex to James. James up, James no, off the rim and out. Back to the rebound. Sophie with it. We've got a foul called. 21 White with the block. 6-12, that is James's first, team's second. Warren Furlong in for the Mounties. And Mumford is in for the Mounties. Jerry, we got your note on in our mailbox. Jerry Mumford, a stalwart fan watching from Calgary, Alberta. Mrs. M is in the building, in the house tonight. Great to see her, chat with her pregame. All okay, Jerry, just saying. Up, down, and drops back in. Lucky roll for the Tommies. Off the hand of Emily Owens, 2-1 Tommy. Greatorex, the emotional intensity here is palatable. How's that for a word? All right. You can cut it with a knife. There we go. Better choice. Sam Stordy now. Here is number 9. That is Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking. Jeffrey. Number 8, Owens. Owens looking in under. That is Connors. Connors looking. Connors can't get the shot away. That's broken up by the iron curtain. That is the defense of the Mounties. Miller. Miller in tight. Miller up. Miller fouled. She'll go to this 1-6. Sophie, her first, team second, and Abby Miller goes to the line. Abby Miller shoots 60% from the charity stripe. There we go, nothing but net on that one, 2-2. Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca, real time, emails, all lowercase, Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Reach out. Tommy Nation, Mountie Nation, we'd love to hear from you. Who are you watching? Who are you cheering for? Number 14 goes in. That is Danielle Alexander. Takes off Miller for a breather. Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Kylie Roy, or Carly Roy depending on your cultural background. In they come, Storty. Storty looking. Offensive foul. Offensive foul. Thank you, Ian. Offensive foul against, that's her. Check that. Substitution. Feesby in, Greatorex out. Spoke briefly to Coach Chase of the Mounties prior to this one. He'll be using the bench buffet, he says, today, so we'll see players from across the roster getting involved in this one. Here's Mumford. Mumford looking. Mumford is jump ball. Wow, looked a little more jumpy to me, but there you go. It'll be a Mountie possession. Tori James will inbound. 4:48 left in the first quarter. 3-2 the score. Kind of a hockey game to this point as these two teams battle it out. Mumford up, Mumford down for the deuce. Jerry, hope you're applauding because Mom is. All right. All right, what a quality player in number 22. That is Jillian Mumford. She's a sophomore, a 6-footer out of Calgary, Alberta. 5-2 Mounties with 4:45 to go in the first quarter. No, rebound. Danielle Alexander. Ball stays with the Mounties. It went off of Tommy. We're going next breather, next time out, we'll tell you about the consequences of this game for both sides. There are none. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Pressure from Owen. Owen up. Foul on the play. Going to the line for 2. Let's see who the perpetrator is. Mumford with the push. Her first. Team third. And Emily Owen will go to the line. She shoots 61.3% over the year from the charity stripe. Up and in. That was a beauty. That was a beauty. Emily Owen brings her team within 2. Owen shoots. Owen up. No, won't go this one. Knocked out of bounds by Sam Storty of the Tommies. Possession will go to the Mounties. Yes. Okay. Feesby will inbound it. Katie Feesby inbounding it for the Mounties. We got a technical on the bench just then? A warning. Okay, thank you, Ian. A warning to Coach Connors relative to comments, I would imagine. Here's Feesby. Feesby looking. Feesby to Alexander. Alexander to Greatorex. Greatorex. Foul. Green 6 with the chop. I believe that's Sophie's second. Mounties will go into bonus, I think, now. Yes. Nothing but string for Greatorex. She shoots a solid 61-3 from the FT line. No. Rebound. They fight for it. Jump ball. Danielle Alexander in on the wrestle, but it was possession to the Tommies. Inbounded by Penny. Penny gets it to Jeffrey. Jeffrey quarterbacking this play. There is Vedito. Vedito to Prosser. Vedito cross to number 9. Here is Jeffrey. Jeffrey still with it. Jeffrey driving in under. Storty is there. We've got number 9 up. Number 9 is fouled. Mumford with the block. Her second, team fourth. Mumford comes out. Miller goes in. Furlong out. Sophie Trail in. No bucket for Jeffrey on that first shot. 3:55 left in the first quarter. 6-3 the score if you're just joining us. Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Neither one dropped. Mounties come up with the rebound. Miller. Sophie Trail driving, Sophie Trail looking, Sophie Trail. The give to Greatorex, Greatorex driving, in under, Miller, Miller, Miller. It's Miller time. Miller's like a campground, Ian. She's intense. .335 left, 6-3. All right, Greatorex now. Greatorex looking in under. Alexander up, no. Rebound, they fight for it. Tommies have it. Now that is number 15, Storty. Storty to Vedito, Vedito to Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking, Jeffrey finds Prosser. Prosser driving, Prosser covered. Number 9 goes up, no. Rebound, they fight for it. It is Mountie ball. Caitlin Samar comes in. Katie Feasby comes out. Mountie ball will be inbounded by Sophie Trail. 21 is in. Charlie Connors, she takes off on number 15, Sam Storty for the Tommies. Greatorex driving now. Greatorex slowing the pace just a tad. Takes it into Tommy territory looking. Here's Samar. Samar. Danielle Alexander goes cross court. Sophie Trail. Sophie Trail back to Miller. Miller looking. Miller driving. Miller up. Miller. Miller. Miller down. 8-3 Mounties. 2:51 and counting. That is Charlie Connors. Charlie Connors to Jeffrey. Jeffrey to Connors. Bodies go. Bodies up. Bodies no. Rebound. It is out and off the court. Alexander comes off. Reese Nowlin comes in for the Mounties. Greatorex has control. Greatorex with it. Greatorex to Trail. Miller up. No, Miller. No, no. There's a fight, and out comes the number 20 with it. That is Penny. Penny to Jeffrey. Jeffrey finds Vedito. Vedito to Prosser. Prosser in a tangle. Prosser fighting. And here's a long shot from Penny. Penny no. Off the iron and out. Up with it comes Greatorex. Greatorex to Trail. Trail to Miller. Miller, 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 Miller. Yes! Abby Miller. Quality play. The Mounties up 10-3 here with 1:55 and counting in the quarter. Number 7 goes around Vedito. Vedito. Travel is called on Charlie Connors. Possession to the Mounties. Greatorex. Emily Owens will take off Charlie Connors. Tori James will inbound it. There is the give to Samar. Samar to Sophie Trail. Sophie Trail down the middle. 1:44 left in the first quarter. 10-3 for the Mounties. And yes, Samar, it's a Trey. Trey Biem is Samar. 128. Number 14 is there. That is Sturkle. Sturkle is the tallest player on the court this afternoon at 6'2". Sturkle with it. Sturkle looking. Sturkle driving. Sturkle applying pressure. Sturkle up. Time count violation. She took the shot, however. And that is Sophie Trail breaks out all the way coast to coast. Bump and grind in under the twine, but here come the Tommies. Jeffrey. Jeffrey to Vedito. Vedito driving. Vedito in the paint. Vedito up. Gets the bucket. Left hook. Quality shot. 30 seconds left in the frame. 13-5. The steal by Penny. Penny, Sturkle is there. Sturkle looking, Sturkle up, no, off the rim. Batted out, Mountie ball. 22 seconds. 13-5. Charlie Connor comes into play for the Tommies. Coming out is Vadito. Penny comes out. Storty goes in for the gold and green. Here's Tori James of the Mounties. Guarded closely there by Alyssa Jeffrey. James looking in under to Miller. Miller driving. Miller looks. Miller takes a shot. Gets the deuce. 6.6. Coach Chase not looking totally impressed by that last bucket. There's the end of the quarter after 1 quarter of play. Mount Allison 15 and St. Thomas 5. Ian Allen, I know you got the headset on, my friend. Your thoughts on that first 10 minutes?
Well, both teams came out a little tense and played solid defense, really aggressive, both ends of the court. That's why this thing started out as slow scoring as it was. Both teams are starting. Mount A sort of got it back in gear offensively, getting the consistent insertion into the key to get the better ball position for the shots. Stu in that last minute and a half was starting to show they're getting in there as well. We knew this was going to be a tight, aggressive game no matter what. It's two teams. The rivalry between these teams has been phenomenal over the years, and this year is like any of the others. I have a sneaky feeling this game will wind up tightening up a little. The score will get a little tighter. But it doesn't matter where the score is. It's going to be fast, aggressive ball the whole way through.
All right, let's just talk about this game for a moment. The outcome has no real impact on the standings in terms of the consequence of the outcome of this one. Mount A holds number 1, will go direct to the semis and face the lower-ranked quarterfinal survivors at next week's ACAA's at St. Thomas in Fredericton. For St. Thomas, they're currently in 4th. They'll likely see, based on the standings, they'll likely see UKC, the 5th place team, in the quarterfinals. So, we know the menu and what's on the menu for both teams, but there's honor, there's respect, there's maintaining the quality and intensity of play of both these squads as they look forward to the playoffs.
Yeah, both coaches are looking to basically have their teams focused as best they can for upcoming games, and that way they're just certain. But they're also, one thing I know both coaches will key on and look at on this one is especially where it has no effect on the standings. If it gets a little too scrappy or a little later on the game, then you might see some of the starters getting a little bit more of a rest near the end of the game.
All right, thank you, Ian, so much. The intensity continues. We're back underway. Here's a long tray attempt. No, off the iron. Look at the forest of hands. Up it goes, down it goes. Rebound once again. Connors, no. There is Saran on the rim for these Tommies right now. Sturkle looking. Sturkle wants a shot. Sturkle wants to go across the court to Storty, but the pass incomplete. 9:32 left. We'll check our mailbox at the next opportunity. Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Join us here for this one. Tommy Nation, Mountie Nation. Where are you watching? Who are you cheering for? Mumford short on the effort. For the basket, certainly not short on effort in the game. Storty with it. Storty looking. Storty driving. Storty with it, Storty looking, guarded closely, no, the rebound, Greatorex turns on the Jets. Greatorex looking, Greatorex up, Greatorex, no, won't go, they fight for it. Down it comes, jump ball. Jump ball to the Mounties. Okay, Emily Owens coming out, Jaden Penny going in for the Tommies. Inbounded by the Mounties. There's the bucket. easy layup, 17-5 as the margin stretches here. We'll watch for Ian's projection relative to the tightening here. Let's watch and see. Here's Sturkle. Sturkle looking, Sturkle gets it back to Storty. Storty long try, drops short. Furlong on the coverage. Furlong gets it out and yes, no, yes, the tray is good.
Yep, the ball was off the shooter's hand before the shot clock expired.
All right, Chase is concerned. All right. Coach Chase draws the technical in.
Yeah, he was voicing his opinion on a lack of call down at the other end, or just patiently at this page right now. Like, if he's not careful, he will get the second one.
Not understanding that.
Well, no, he knows what happened. He's just not sure why it happened that way with no warning at all. I didn't catch what Coach Chase actually said, and knowing him well enough, it wasn't a poor choice of words, so it wouldn't have been. I couldn't see it be something that should be automatically.
Now he's come back.
But then I wasn't the referee standing next to him, so.
All right, pressure here. Here is Alyssa Jeffrey with the ball. Jeffrey looking. Jeffrey trying to get it in under to Charlie Connors. It'll stay Tommy Ball. I guess the serious consequences, you don't want to risk a suspension in anticipation of the upcoming does ejection come with a suspension? Or?
I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure if it does. It might depend on, I think it depends on the severity of it. If it's just for two technicals, usually it's just you're out for that game. If you wind up being a repeat offender later on in the season, there might be extra games attached. I don't believe there's a game suspension attached to it.
Okay. Amelia Mitchell comes out. Philbrick is in. Alexander is there as well. Here's Tori Janes. Janes to Greatorex. Greatorex up. Yes! Greatorex from downtown.
Mount A does seem to have found their range with those outside shots, which opens everything up inside for them a bit more as well.
Yeah, Greatorex, let's see, 31% in the three-pointers. Sturkle, no. Rebound by the Mounties. That's Greatorex once again. Furlong up, Furlong down.
We have a timeout called by St. Thomas.
Yep.
Coach Connors just wants to get things settled back down again and get that defense back in place the way it has been, the way it was for the first quarter.
Yep. Point spread at 16 at the moment. All right, Jerry Mumford, welcome back. Thanks, Jerry. Great to have you. Great to be back on board. Like I say, Dave Tingley away at high school provincial Final 12 championship tournament this weekend, and always doing a great job. So many thanks to Dave for surrendering the pilot seat and allowing the man a comeback for this interesting pair of matchups we've got. So Jerry Mumford, as always, great to have you with us. Hey, Go Mount A cheering from Surrey, England today. Amanda Mumford. Wow, Amanda, you've got our overseas award. Certainly thus far. Michelle Samar is here. Let's get this, ladies. Leave it all on the court. Watching our favorite Mountie, Caitlin Samar. That's Michelle and Sylvain Simard from Timmins, Ontario. Avec les noms semblables, on dit un bon bonjour aussi. Michelle and Sylvain Simard on board this afternoon from Timmins, Ontario. Hello from the Feesbys. Colin and Becky Feesby watching from Calgary. Go Mounties. Congratulations to all our seniors. And Feesby's will have that seniors recognition for you after this one. Back to the action. Thanks so much, folks, reaching in from England, from Alberta, and we've got great basketball here. Charlie Connors driving the paint. Charlie Connors guarded by Charlie Paris with the rebound. We have got...
That would be a foul on Mount Allison.
Greater X.
Yep. Caught Connor's arm when she went back up with that ball to try and take the shot off the offensive rebound.
Her first, team first.
Apparently got her before she went up, tried to go take a ball back up.
And Sturkle gets the deuce, 24-10. Greater X looking for an outlet. Trail, no. Trail's GPS recalculating there, Ian. And we have 6:35 to play in this second quarter.
And Katie Feesby's back in for Mount Allison for Maddie Greteritz.
Ball inbound by, or soon will be. Let's see.
Something on the floor, I'm not sure what it is.
All right.
I'm thinking it might have been somebody's gum.
Okay. Given hygiene sensitivities, handled gently. All right. Up. No. Foul. She'll go to the line for two. Looks like Alexander, maybe?
Definitely. Yep.
Yep.
Just didn't quite have defensive position on there and got the block call on it.
Her first, team second, 24-10. If you're just joining us, we're in quarter number 2. And we've got a Mumford watching from 3500K to the east, and Jerry watching from probably 3500 from the west. So we've got 7,000 kilometers of Mumford with us this afternoon. That is awesome. Feesby driving, Feesby looking. Sophie Trail with it now. Sophie Trail need to weigh in. There's 13 on the shot clock. Feesby looking. Feesby to Trail. Trail driving. Trail into traffic. Ball is out. Oh my. Trail with the push. Her first, team third. Mounties up by a dozen here with 6:07 left in the second quarter. Inbound, here is number 20 with it. This is Jaden Penny. Penny to Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets it to Emily Owens. Owens up, Owens down for the deuce. 24-14, margin down to 10. Trail to Feesby, back to Trail to Alexander. Alexander up, no. Charlie Connors comes up with the ball.
Foul on Lauren Furlong, just a little too aggressive, trying to keep Connors in check along that sideline.
Furlong with the push. Substitutions coming.
And a timeout for Mount Allison.
Okay, timeout Mount A. Sophie's coming back in for the Tommies. 24-14, margin is 10. St. Thomas will be hosting the ACAAs next weekend. Mounties are through to the second, or at least through to the semis in that one. Thanks so much for those of you reaching out. Yeah, let's see, we will take a look for you here. Just checking other games that are happening. We do have other matches this afternoon. Yeah, we've got a 3 p.m. match between UNBSJ and Crandall. That'll be happening later this afternoon. We're about ready to get back to action here. Inbounded by Connors. Sophie has it. Staying with the Tommies. Owens. Double coverage. Miller there. Here is Penny. Penny looking. Penny finds an outlet in Sophie. Over her head and out. Tommy ball. Charlie Connors will inbound it. Sophie with it. Sophie driving. Sophie zigs. Sophie zags. Still looking. Gets the ball up. Wide of the mark. And time count violation. Possession to the Mounties. Greater X. Greater X will inbound it. Sophie Trail comes out. Tori Janes. Here's Greater X. 5:02. Inside 5 minutes in the second quarter. In under. Miller, Miller, Miller looking. Miller driving. Miller. Where is the sphere? No jumper. It's like Grand Prix wrestling out there. Time count, possession to the Tommies. Wow, Ian, pretty intense, that wrestling match.
Yeah, there's some questionable things happening down in there at the moment. I'm not quite sure what's up, but there could have potentially been a call to travel call or too long in the key. That's what Coach Connors was checking with the official on the way down the sideline just before the ball came back into play again.
Owen in under, that's broken up. Alexander gets it to Greater X. Greater X taking the ball down the court. 24-14, haven't seen a Mountie score in some time. Here is Miller, Miller up, Miller no. Rebound Connors, Connors guarded by Alexander. Alexander, Connors. Connors cross court to Sophie. Sophie driving, Sophie in the paint, Sophie looking. Needs an outlet, Sophie will take it herself. In, up, no. And possession kept by the Tommies. 11 seconds on the clock. Alexander out. Reese Nowlin in for the Mounties. Emily Owens will inbound the ball for the Tommies. Tommies get it. That's number 21, Charlie Connors. Connors looking. Handed it over to Storty. Storty look. Storty drop. No. Rebound to Greater X. Greater X down the court. Greater X. The give to Samar. Samar to James. James looking. James over to Greater X. Greater X has a shot. Greater X, yes! Très bien. Très bien. Greater X. 27-14. Margin stretching once again. Sophie looking. Sophie driving. Sophie finds Connors. Connors in under and Nowlin has it. Nowlin looking to give to Miller. Miller to James, must cross that center line. She does. 3:26 and counting left in the second. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. Miller up, Miller down, and one in.
Yeah, Mount A in that last couple of series, they've wound up spreading the floor a little bit better with the offense than they were in the first 2 minutes of the game. Creates better options outside if the defense doesn't shift over and cover them. If they come over quickly, you get things like that happening. Open up lanes inside for Miller or Mumford or any of the other post players.
Sturkle and Roy come in for the Tommies. Miller up. Miller, no. Connors with the rebound. Up. No, won't go. Samar with the rebound. Fouled. She'll go to the line. Let's see. 8. Jerry Mumford's coming back in. Jillian Miller out. 29-14 Mounties. 30-14 Mounties. Samar. A 75%. We got a timeout taken by the Tommies.
Yeah.
75% FT shooter is Samar. Wow. Let's look at the iron. I call them the iron women, the people with the most time on task for both squads. Greater X averages 29.2 minutes per game. Tori Janes at 27-1, Miller at 25-6. On the other side of the court, Sophie at 24-4, Penny number 20 at 24-1, and Jeffrey number 9 at 23.8. And talk about stamina and endurance as key members of their respective teams, Ian. That is outstanding basketball.
Yeah, you'll find those players on both squads are the ones that tend to lead, or the team leaders on and off the court. They're also basically, in a lot of the stats categories would also be the leaders within that, just because these are the players that keep their own teams focused on task.
All right, thanks, Ian. We've got an exciting men's game coming up. More consequences for the Tommies than the Mounties in terms of that one, and when we get there, we'll be able to talk to you about that. Tommy Nation, we'd love to hear from you. Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Tell us who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. We have viewers in England and Alberta and Ontario this afternoon. Thanks so much for being with us here on ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. Almost said the other word, Ian, but caught myself, I hope. Emily Owens with it. Emily Owens driving, Emily Owens looking. That is Sturkle. Jump ball. She was wrapped up in a trio of Mounties. Jump ball goes to the Tommies. That's Emily Owens. Owens gets it out, finds Sturkle. Sturkle looking. Sturkle with a long bomb. Buzzer goes. The shot was away. Tori James. Mumford, no. Reese Nowlin with the rebound. Greater X. Looking, Greater X, and here is Tori James. The give. Up and no. Off the rim. Rebound comes down to Kylie Roy. Roy down the right side. Roy driving. Roy looking. Roy in control. Roy covered. Sturkle with it. Sturkle looking. Sturkle trying to find an outlet. Finds Roy covered in there. Roy is still looking. Ball is stripped away. Looks like a foul. Fouls on Mumford, Jerry. 2-2. I believe that's her third, Ian. Yep, Mumford's third. Team fifth. Tommy's in bonus. Alexander goes in. Furlong goes in for Reese Nowlin. Great to see Reese back as she is. Good on the first is Kylie Roy. She has a 55.3 FT percentage, 2:09 left, 31-15, 16-point margin. We've got 2:09, and yeah. All right. In under, Greater X to Alexander, not able to capture it. Back comes Emily Owens. Emily Owens to Sturkle. Sturkle to Jeffrey. Jeffrey up, Jeffrey no, rolls out. That is Samar. Samar to James. James finds Greater X. Greater X. Alexander, yes. Beauty layup off the plexi. 33. Biggest margin, I think, so far, Ian, at 17. Here's Jeffrey. Jeffrey around the circle. That is Prosser. Prosser looking. Prosser in under. Going to stay with the Tommies. Miller and Trail take off Samar and Greatorex. 1:20 left in the half. Prosser, no, overshoots it. Here is Tori James. James to Trail. Trail advancing, waiting for her reserves. In under, Miller up, Miller, no, ouch. Quite a collision in under. We've got a jump ball. It will go to the Mounties.
Yeah, it's just the number of jump. I think I've seen more jump. We've had more jump balls so far in this half than I've seen in any single game total so far this season here at Mount A. And it just goes to show you because these teams are both playing strong, aggressive defense.
Sophie Trail, right spot, right place. Inside a minute, 53.2 left in the second quarter, 35-16. I'm wondering if we need more points tacked up there, Ian, but you and I in the scoreboard, you know how I am.
I've got 35-16 here on our webcast scoreboard.
Awesome, okay. I believe. Miller takes her second, team fifth, team in bonus. Philbrick will replace Miller. And that is Storty at the line. Ball up, ball down. Margin at 18 now. Storty would like to make it 17. Let's watch. Nope. Janes. Long pass to Furlong. Furlong in under. Wow. Wow. Coast to coast with the set play. Looking good. 20-point spread, 29 seconds remaining. Jeffrey cross to Storty. Storty in under. They fight for it. Ball is up. Down it goes for Sturkle. My apologies there. Furlong. Trail. 8 seconds. Shot clock is off. And
out of bounds on the end line. Tommy's ball with 2.3 seconds left.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Ian. Thank you so much. 37-19. The spread is 18 for the Mounties. By the way, the Mounties come into this one on, there is the end of the half. I was just going to tell you they have a 13-game winning streak. Ian, just before we go, your thoughts in regard to that first half.
It was aggressive defense, both sides of the ball, which is I was expecting to see that for these two teams. That happens every time they play. Mount A seemed to be able to find ways around that by spreading the offense, spreading their offense and actually starting to get outside shots, which opened up the inside lanes for drives in. So that's what some of those quick passing plays off to somebody just on the side, on a high post or just off to one side, and feed it the cutter coming down through the key. It's nice to see that kind of action happening, and it's probably going to keep on being like the way it's looking right now. Mount A seems to have control of this game, but then again, it's going to be solid defense both sides for second half again. Just one little reminder: we will be having seniors presentations for Mount Allison immediately following the game, and if you guys please stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then.
All right, Ian Allen, I'm Steve Ridlington. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. We'll be back in about 14 minutes with play-by-play of the second half of this women's ACAA basketball game from McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University, Sackville, New Brunswick, where the Mounties lead the Tommies by a score of 37-19. Hey, we're back, and Vanessa Sophie just popped in a bucket for the St. Thomas Tommies. We are underway in third quarter action here at McCormick Gymnasium at Mount Allison University in Sackville. Greater X up, Greater X no. Rebound drops, that's Prosser. Prosser to Sophie. 37-21, Tommies trail by 16. Foul, Sophie will go to the line for 2. Greater X with the push. Greater X with the push. That will be her second, team first. Sophie shoots 70% from the line. Be slightly under that after that miss. Sophie on the second attempt. That one's good. That one's good. 37-22, 15-point lead. Roy knocked it out of bounds. Great try there. She was vertical big time. Mounties have possession. Mounties, Greater X looking, finds Tori Janes. Tori Janes to Sophie Trail. Janes looking, Janes finds it, let's see, in under, driving is, won't go, won't drop. Sophie with the rebound. Didn't drop for Philbrook. Shot in under, they fight for it. Mountie ball, Philbrook, quality play there on the defense, 8:58. Yours truly, Steve Ridlington. Ian Allen is with us, and who's our gentleman? That's Joseph up on the camera, I believe. And we're here with our crew for ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. Sophie Trail in under, Philbrook looking, she'll go to Janes under, Miller up, Miller down with the deuce. Great effort there. Long shot, not good. Jump ball, Mounties, 39-22, 17 the spread. 8:32 to play in the third. We're in the early minutes of the third. And we welcome your comments, your shout-outs. Tommy Nation, Mountie Nation, Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca. We have viewers in Alberta, viewers in Ontario, a viewer in England. It would be this evening for them. Philbrook fails on the three-pointer. We've got a foul on the play. The push. All right. Philbrook with the foul, her first, team second. Foul's not been a significant issue, if you will, Ian, thus far in this one.
Not totals for team totals. We do have, I think we have, Mumford has 3, she has 3. Other than that, everybody on both teams seems to be fairly safe.
Miller offered some great protection. Ball went off her. And
yeah, it's just like the low foul count is really kind of surprising considering how aggressive both teams are playing defense at the moment. It's nice to see that kind of intensity and still keeping it a clean game.
Yeah, watch Vanessa Sophie. She leads all players on the floor with 3.3 steals per game. Long one, no. Tori Janes with the rebound. Greater X looking in under. Philbrook driving, Philbrook looking, and wow. Got to acknowledge Philbrook's persistence, Ian, and here is Sophie coming back the other way. Sophie to Roy. Roy drives. Roy up. Defense quality. Wow, wow, wow. I'm thinking Daddy Philbrook's over there with a outsized portrait, and he is having fun this afternoon. Sophie Trail. 13-game winning streak for these Mounties. Miller in traffic. Miller gives it her all as per usual. Greater X. Tori, 6 seconds. They fight. They dive. Trail. Jump. It is Tommy ball. All right. Sophie leading the way. Okay, looks like Storty didn't plant her feet sufficiently there, Ian.
Well, the feet might have been there, but an arm sort of reached out to try and restrain the progress of the Mount A defender.
Tori James, 6:57 and counting here in the third quarter. We're at McCormick Gym, Mount Allison University. This is the last regular season game for both these teams. Nice setup, no, rolls by and out. Trail, speed, back, Greater X, in, up, ouch. Whoa, yes. Greater X, the body language suggested it was quite a hit. The block off of number 6, Sophie. Or 16, rather.
Yeah, fouls on Miller, yeah. She's just a little too much contact in there.
Her third, team third. Possession to the Tommies. The give to Owens.
The official not too happy with the amount of questioning that Coach Connors was doing on the last series of plays. With that warning earlier in the first half, pretty much anything, the line becomes a lot easier to step over to get that first technical.
All right, Sophie Trail. Sophie Trail will do the honors. And the and one. Spread is 20, 42-22. Mounties up. As we mentioned, Ian, Mount A coaches know that there's a very real possibility that the next, coming out of the quarterfinals, the Tommies might be the Mounties' opponent.
I'm sure that is definitely in the Mount A coaching staff's sights as they're trying to get them focused on playing against this team now.
Sophie drives. What an individual effort there for the Deuce.
One of the faster guards in the league this year. She's always been aggressive on defense and reads passing lanes well. Fourth-year player out of Fredericton, played her high school career at FHS.
Yeah, Greater X has 3 fouls now. That's the team fourth.
Yeah, we now have 3 Mounties with 3 fouls. Greater X, Miller, and Mumford.
Yep, 70% from the FT stripe is Sophie. The spread is 17. Trail, looking. Furlong up, no. Sophie, rebound. Roy, oh, wow. Great effort by Roy, but nobody there except a lady in white named Sophie Trail. In under, Mumford. And no, short for number 6, Furlong. Mumford fouled on the way in. Jerry, take note. All right. Furlong checking in with the bench. Mumford shooting 2. Shoots 71%. Mumford will try her second now. It's good. 43-25. Feasby in, Sophie Trail out. There we are. Scoreboard-titis, Ian, I call it. But, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the season, I've always anticipated numbers being up, and sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. All right, here is number 7 with it. That is Vedito. Vedito to Charlie Connors. Charlie Connors driving. Charlie Connors looking. In under to Sophie, and Sophie. What a player. Quality player. Here is Furlong. Furlong to James, 14 on the shot clock. James in Mumford, no, and that was intended for Alexander. Kylie Roy, yes, and the layup. Margin now at 14. Tommy's chipping away, 4:48 left in the third quarter. Tori James, top of the clock. There's Furlong. Furlong in under. Up Alexander. No. Rebound to Emily Owens. Owens to Sophie. Sophie coming down. Sophie looking. Sophie up. No. And rebound by Alexander. James. Quality quick passes in under Mumford. Sophie knocks it out of bounds. Mountie ball. That was a beautiful quality stitch and go pass pattern, Ian.
Yeah, no, both teams are starting to show that they know how to move the ball well in transition, getting those lanes open and keeping the ball moving towards the hoop.
Mounties, 17, lots of time on the clock. Mumford looking, Mumford up, Mumford no, the roll. Batted away by Alexander.
No, it looks like they're calling it off of the St. Thomas player. Mounties retained possession. I believe shot clock should be 11, not 14, but could be wrong. No, the ball did catch the rim and bounced out, yes, so they did get it right.
Okay, there we go. Now it's definitely a Tommy possession. Going to be inbounded, I think, by Emily Owens, yes. Owens guarded by Samar. Here's Sophie. Sophie looking. Sophie will bring it across center court. Almost popped the word center ice out there, but we're okay. I'm cool with that. Here's Sophie now. Sophie around the perimeter. Sophie up. Whoa! How did she sink it in and going to the line on the top? Chop is the call on Samar.
Yeah, excellent concentration on that drive through. She stayed focused and was able to make the shot after contact.
The gap is closed to 12. We've watched 8 points come off the margin, Ian. Sophie. No.
Yeah, offensive rebound foul would be Vedito actually had a hand on the back of the Mount Allison player when she went up for the rebound, which gave her the position to get the ball.
Well, looks like Connors took the cock. Greatorex. Wow. Hands to the face, but never mind. In under. Oh. Quality D. I can't believe the level of physicality we're seeing here, Ian. We talked about intense before. I believe it's more than that.
Oh, it's definitely stepping up a little bit, both sides. We've seen foul counts coming up from where it was in the first half. But a lot of it is just players on both sides going hard for the ball, and the contact's there, so it has to be called.
Sophie pulls it out, a bit of a magician there. She'll go, she'll look, she'll try. Long one, no. Mountie ball. 3:13 left. Storty in. Penny in. Prosser in. Sophie Trail guiding the Mounties here. Sophie Trail. Almost left footprints on Sophie. Samar. And rebound. Rolled out. Tommy ball. Margin frozen at 12 at the moment, but it's been all Tommies through the, what might you say, the third quarter of the third quarter? Right. Here we go. Nothing like splitting hairs, Ian. Here we go. This is Prosser. Prosser looks. The give is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, no, won't drop on the attempt. Jump ball. We talked about the game not having consequence for the standings, but from the emotions we're seeing, you wouldn't know it.
No, both teams have got that intensity you'll love to see at this level, at any level of the game. Basically, just they want to make sure they've got their heads on straight for when in case they wind up meeting each other during playoffs.
Alexander. I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's coincidental hairstyles today, but Miller and Alexander sporting the same coiffure today. And Alexander gets the margin. We're at 13 now.
Yeah, that was Storty's fourth foul. I believe she's the only Tommy's player that's in foul trouble at the moment.
Alexander out, Mumford in. This is Roy. Roy to Prosser. Prosser looking. Prosser driving. Prosser up. Got a foul. Should go to the line for two. Let's see. Who is
most
it?
likely Simard.
Yeah. Yep, with the chop.
Yeah. Got a little bit more than the basketball with that swing down. But again, that's just aggressive defense, trying to keep the ball away from the hoop. You're going to get a few fouls with it.
Yep, good one there for Prosser. %68% from the line. Puts a pair in there. Margin back to 12. Tori James. Reese Nowland, no. James in with the nice, gentle layup. Ian, it's interesting. We've seen such intensity and such force, and then you see a quality soft shot brings home the bacon.
Yeah, it's nice to see play like, even with the intensity of the game, James was able to just basically do that nice little soft short shot. Oh, here we go, turnover again.
Kylie Roy with the steal, up and no, and fouled on the way in. Trail. 9. 14 the spread. Connors in, and Vedito in. Kylie Roy. No. Won't go. See if she pops the second. 14 the spread. No. Reese Nowland the rebound. Finds Sophie Trail. Trail. Nowland. Nowland looking. Nowland driving. Nowland fouled on the way in. And number 9, her first, team 5th. Bonus both ways now in.
Yeah, nice. Well, put a minute 20 left in the quarter. The game this tight, you expect to see that.
Nowland pops 2 in a row. Spreads at 15. Charlie Connors. Oh, this is Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking, Jeffrey, the drop to Sophie. Sophie to Vedito. Vedito in, Vedito cross court. Sophie up, no. What do we got?
Offensive rebounding foul on Charlie Connors.
21. Thank you, Ian. Bonus in effect. Nowlin will go to the line.
Yeah. Where that was on the rebound, no team actually had specific possession, so they will be shooting. It was an offensive rebounding foul, but it wasn't an offensive foul.
Up and off the rim. 16 points to spread. 49-33, 1:02 left. Nowlin with the second shot. There we go. 50-33. Mounties with it. Sophie brings out the Tommies, leading the charge. The give to Vedito. Vedito in under. That is Charlie Connors. Loses the ball. Feasby with it. Feasby breaks out at speeds. Feasby looking. Tori Janes slowing things down. Janes in under to Mumford. Mumford looking. Mumford. This is Reese Nowlin. Reese Nowlin in under. Mumford. No, intercepted by Charlie Connors. Connors the give to Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking. Jeffrey. Connors back. Connors finds Sophie. Sophie can't get a clear shot. Runs in. Looking. Pivots. Turns. Jeffrey. Jeffrey wants in. 8 on the shot clock. 7. Shot. They fight for it. There's a major collision. Samar comes out with it. And here is Reese Nowlin down the right side. Nowlin. Nowlin to James. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. 5. James in under. Samar up. Samar no. That is it. The quarter's over. Ian Allen 50-33. Mounties lead after 3 quarters of play. Thoughts on that third quarter? I'm exhausted, man. The intensity out there. Push, shove, shot, run. Amazing b-ball.
Yeah, both teams are doing everything they can to stay on top of the ball, both ends of the court. We did see St. Thomas getting a little more consistent offensive production for that most of that quarter, but Mount Allison was able to sort of come back a little bit and get their game back in gear, offensive game back in gear to finish it up. This fourth quarter, it doesn't really matter where. The same thing we always have. We have a couple of teams that come in here into this gym. It'll be either like St. Thomas or Mount St. Vincent. It doesn't, for guys and girls, it doesn't matter what the point spread is. It is fast, intense basketball, and it's a lot of fun to watch. It's great to see. Shows the sport off well for the league and for the players that are in the games.
Last time these two teams played was February 3rd in Fredericton, and that was a 63-43 win for the Mounties. All right, Claire and Gerard Labelle are reaching in, watching our granddaughter Caitlin Samar and her teammates. And go Mounties go, that's Claire and Gerard Labelle tuning in from Timmins, Ontario this afternoon. Thanks so much for being with us on our broadcast. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington. Ian Allen is my analyst alongside our technical producer. Joseph is the man high in the bucket with our camera today. And we welcome you to our broadcast if you're just tuned in. We've got viewers in Ontario, viewers in Calgary. Timmins is watching for sure. Ottawa, England. We have a viewer in England, I suspect, with the 4-hour time difference. They're, let's see, 18. Yeah, they're probably having supper with us over there right now. But great to have you all with us. And what a pleasure. This will be our last broadcast from the Mount A Gym this season. So for Steve, for Ian, for all of us on our production crew, we truly appreciate you tuning in. But we're back to action here in the fourth quarter. Greatorex and the Mounties are pressing. It will be Mountie ball. Yeah,
good defensive pressure by Connors, knock away that pass, and she almost was able to scoop the ball back up as she was diving for it at the outbound on the sideline.
James will inbound it. There is Greatorex. I liked your comments earlier in our broadcast, Ian. The number one line, if you will, is still a very active part of this game, as Coach Chase wants to keep all the arrowheads in his quiver sharp and ready for the playoff round.
Yeah, I think the way things are still going right now, another jump ball called. Great defensive pressure. That time by Penny, was able to tie up the ball, and Mounties retained possession on the arrow.
All right. One in action. All right, here's Sophie. Sophie looking. Sophie gets it to Jeffrey. Shot. This is Charlie Connors. Charlie Connors going up and no, rolls out and back they come. Here comes Greatorex. Greatorex looking. Tori James. Tori James driving in under. Here's Greatorex. Greatorex to Miller. Miller up. Miller no. Rebound drops. Charlie Connors has it. Gets it to Sophie. Sophie looking. Sophie driving. This is Charlie Connors. 8:16 left in regulation. Jump ball. Tommy possession. Connors comes out. Vedito comes out. Storty back in. Prosser back in for the Tommies.
And St. Thomas has also called a timeout. I think Coach Connors just wants to give them a little chance to have a little breath and go back at it. A solid defense they've been playing.
50-33 the score, but Mounties up by 17 here at McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University in Sackville. All right, Jerry is online here. Let's see. I love the team of support you have today. Well, you betcha. Jerry Mumford, thank you. Always great to hear from you. Dave Tingley doing a super job for Mountie basketball, but he's away at the high school provincial Final 12 tournament. And we wish him all the luck there. He's going to be a busy man through the Final 12 competition. But Jerry Mumford, a solid fan of our broadcast crew and of this team and of number 22 in particular. Thank you so much, Jerry, for checking in from Calgary, Alberta. 8:13 left. And the action underway soon. It will be Emily Owens going to inbound it. She's guarded by Katie Feasby. Emily Owens finds number 20, that is Penny. Penny to Prosser. Prosser looking. Prosser, yeah, with the tray. 14 the spread now. Trey's taking a big bite out of that lead. And here is James. James finds Feasby. Feasby looking. Feasby driving. Feasby gets it to Diane. That is no. Wow, a little difficulty, a bit of a challenge there for Danielle Alexander, but a long distance, no, won't go. Greatorex almost got a hug from number 8, Emily Owens. Tori James slowing things down. And here is Greatorex. Greatorex looking. James cross the court. Feasby in under Alexander. Feasby. Miller. Miller up. Miller no. Miller rebound. Miller up. Miller no. Miller no. Almost got a second consecutive rebound before Sophie broke it open for the Tommies. Here's Prosser. Prosser looking. Prosser driving. Prosser goes across the court. Driving is Emily Owens off of Sophie into the crowd, and major substitutions as Furlong goes in, Trail goes in, Philbrick goes in, Alexander comes out, Tori James comes out, Katie Feasby comes out.
And we have Raw coming in for St. Thomas as well.
All right, Raw. Tough to get across that R-W-O-Y sound. All right.
Some days it is.
Trail. Greatorex up and no, tries. into traffic. Sophie with the rebound. She'll lead the way for the green and gold. Sophie looking, Sophie up, Sophie on the roll, can't go. Mountie ball. 6, chop.
That was Sophie in there just trying to get at the loose ball, floating around, and just a little more aggressive than she meant to be. And she's just been taken off the court by number 9, Alyssa Jeffrey.
Third foul, team first. Here is Sophie Trail. And here's Philbrick. Philbrick in the paint, Philbrick up, Philbrick. Nice gentle deuce. We talked about it before, Ian. A little bit of a Statue of Liberty look to it, but it doesn't have to be a long bomb.
No, it's just a matter of staying focused and making sure that release is where it is, where you want it to have every time the ball comes off your hand.
Sophie Trail down. Sophie Trail Miller down for 2. Margin stretches to 18. Here we go. That is Roy or Roa, your choice. Storty with it now. 6, 5, 4, and off the glass and in with 3 seconds left. 16 the spread, 5:30 left in regulation. Mounties, Greatorex, Furlong. We give to Philbrick. Philbrick still with it. Sophie Trail. Mounties. Touched by a Tommy. Tori James and Jillian Mumford in. Miller and Greatorex out. And the Iron Women for the Mounties have been Iron Women once again. Multiple minutes. 5:15 left. Inbound, Mumford, no. Mumford got the rebound amidst all that. Philbrick, Sophie Trail in traffic.
No.
Time count on the Mountie. This is Roa. Roa up. She'll get it to number 20. That is Penny. The Penny drops. No.
That foul was on the drive before the shot with the block.
Should be on the commentator for a pun like that, but anyway, never mind.
Probably a technical, yeah.
Here we go. Going to be the Tommies inbounding. Penny will do the honors. 4:51 left, 16 points, the margin of lead for Mount A. That was strategic, the bounce off the Mountie player to maintain possession, Ian. That was.
I'm not sure if that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to do a bounce pass, and Furlong was able to be able to block the ball from being entered further into the court.
Finds Emily Owens. Owens driving, Owens looking, Owens covered. Here is the shot, and a good one. It's a tray from number 20. That is Jaden Penny. Margin is 13 now. 4:32 in under. Philbrick looking, Philbrick up, Philbrick no. Short. Prosser to Sophie, Sophie to Penny. Back to Prosser. Prosser looking, Prosser driving. No, rolled over, in under. Mumford breaks free, finds Furlong. Furlong looking, there's the give to Mumford. Mumford in, and it'll be Mountie ball.
Maybe one pass too many in there. The potential for that shot just outside the key on the baseline is there. She did want to have a good look to try and get the ball inside for the easier shot. Potentially foul. Yep.
Thank you. Alexander and Samar in. Furlong and Mumford out. Here's Trail looking, Trail around the circle. Here is Tori James. Sophie Trail in under. They fight for it. Polishing the floor as they fight for the ball. It'll be Tommy ball. Sturkle is in, taking off Crosser. Going to be inbounded by Emily Owen. Emily Owens found Sophie. Sophie driving, Sophie looking. Margin is 13. 3:45 left. Wow, what a give. Emily Owens. Emily Owens up, won't drop. Rebound. They fight for it. Out comes Tori James. The battle for rebounds has been quite remarkable, Ian.
Yeah, considering how aggressive both teams are being in that state, I'm surprised we only have the number of fouls that we do have. It's a testament to how well the players are getting the job done.
And number 11, that was Philbrick, fouled on the shot. Struckle's first, team second. Sturkle, thank you. The errant R has returned.
We all have dyslexic moments.
Philbrick up, Philbrick no. Rebound to Roy. Roy with it, down the court she comes, looking for a way in. Good decides to go herself over the hoop. It will be Tommy ball off of Sophie Trail and out. Philbrick out, Miller back in, 3:05. There's molasses in that clock, Ian, I swear. This is intense. It's like the last 2 minutes in an NFL game. It takes 20 minutes to play.
Feels like it most days.
All right, Samar. Mountie retained possession. Greater X takes out Sophie Trail. Mounties. Alexander driving, still with it, finds Miller. You got 4 players in the scrum there, Ian.
Yep, they had that ball well nailed to the floor.
55-41, 2:44 to play. Yours truly, Steve Ridlington, along with Ian Allen. Ian, we don't want our viewers to go anywhere. We've got a special presentation for our seniors, I understand. Tell us about that.
Immediately following the game, there'll be presentation to the Mount Allison female basketball players who are in their last year, basically graduating this year or their last year of eligibility. So that'll be just presenting them, giving them notice, basically letting everybody know what these players have contributed to the program over their time here.
That'll be great, and a shout out to all the seniors on an incredible night and a stellar season thus far. And that's a reminder from Amanda Mumford, who's watching from the United Kingdom tonight. So Amanda, we got your back, and we'll share that with you. In under, 2:16.
Coach Chase has called a timeout for Mount A. I think he's sort of seen something getting a little more disorganized than he'd like to see happening on the floor, and he just wants to get them pulled back together and get them focused on it again.
2:16 left, 55-41. Okay, let's talk about this reality again. I know we'll just share it. Mount A has number 1 sewed up. They're directly going to the semis at the tournament, the championship tournament next week at St. Thomas. They will face on day 2 in the semifinal round. Mounties have a ticket to the semifinal round. They will face the lowest ranked quarterfinal survivor. And from everything we see, everything we feel, everything you have a sense, that could very well be these same St. Thomas Tommies. The Tommies, on the best information we have, and I'm a history graduate, not a math major, it looks like STU will play UKC in the quarterfinals. That would be the 4-5 game.
Yeah, it should be a solid game as well, but I would definitely give the edge to St. Thomas on that one. Again, and it's just for what we're seeing tonight. They play solid, aggressive defense, follow and on the court, and strong on the offensive boards as well. Just got to make sure they keep hitting the ball offensively and keep the points on the board, and that'll get them through it.
Miller, a nice layup lefty, 57-41. Emily Owens, Sophie. These women on the bubble foul-wise, but you put your best troops into battle. 155 in under. That is Storty. Storty up. Quality defense from Miller. Greatorex has it. Here is Samar. Samar at speed. Samar looking. They give to James. Lots of time on the shot clock. 18 in under. Miller. Miller is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. She says, I want more, give me more. Abby Miller, just an amazing player. We talk about intensity, and maybe that was a little too much from the commentator. What do you say? Yeah, okay. Miller up. Nope, won't go. She'll analyze in the moments and try it again. 57-41. Miller, her second shot. That one's good.
And we have
Mitchell in, Miller out.
And 4 players coming in for St. Thomas. We have Rodito, Quinlan, Christie, and I believe it was Connors coming in.
Yep. Okay, we got timeout regardless, and at or about 3 o'clock Atlantic time, Ian, we're going to do it again with the men's game.
Will probably be a little bit late as we're running about 2:45 right now. Immediately following the girls' game,
oh yes,
we will have the senior presentations, and then we'll be switching over to the stream for the men's game to do the senior presentations, followed by a 20-minute warm-up, and then the guys game. I'm guessing guys' game will probably be close to 3:15 start, 3:15 or 3:20 start.
And let's just talk, taking nothing away from this match, but the men's games has significance for St. Thomas.
Yeah.
A win for St. Thomas in the men's game will put them just a breath away from first place.
Yeah, it's an important one for them. And again, we're going to see the same type of game we've been seeing here. It's going to be high intensity, both ends of the court. So it'll be another fun game to see. I know the officiating crew we have coming in doing that game will be one that will keep things from getting out of hand.
Sturkle won't go. Vedito found number 11, Christie. Here is Charlie Connor, travel.
Yeah, she dragged the pivot foot.
Furlong and Feasby go in. Janes comes out. Greatorex comes out. Miller, the senior, gives Greatorex, another senior, a big hug. I wonder if that might be her last steps on the home court. Don't know yet.
Don't know for sure. It is Abby's 5th year, but along with that, during the dealing with COVID in the last couple of seasons, there were 2 years where ACAA and CCAA players were not.
It didn't cost them a year of eligibility.
Yeah, there were 2 seasons. Yeah, U Sport and also CCAA both had that same policy because some teams weren't able to complete seasons.
Wow, Alexander! Oh my goodness! Danielle Alexander.
Tough turnaround. Well done.
Might call her the heir apparent for Abby Miller's crown. What great play from Alexander. Inside a minute to go in regulation here. Here's the number 10 for the Tommies. That is Quinlan. Sturkle with a 2. Shot up, no. time count violation, possession to the Mounties. Samar will inbound the ball for Mount A, 34.8 seconds. Point spread 19, 60 to 41. Mounties' streak will go to 14 games, 16-2 on the season. Broken up. Here comes Christie. Got a foul.
Yeah, on Alexander, just a little too aggressive trying to cut off that passing lane.
Alexander. Her second, team second. All right, this is Quinlan. Quinlan looking, 15 seconds. Quinlan, Charlie Connors. Connors looking, Connors driving, Connors up. Connors no, rebound. That was Mitchell. Feasby. Feasby will dribble it out. Mounties take it. 60 to 41. Mounties stretch the streak to 14. 8-0 at home, 7-2 on the road, 1-0 in neutral location. Ian, what a season as we looked and shared this match with the number 1 team in Canada in this week's CCAA.
Yeah, and they showed why they've been ranked number 1, because they're playing solid at both ends of the court, collapses defense when the ball comes in on inside, able to shut down a lot of the passing lanes and easy routes in the basket that way. Good solid defense in the perimeter. Offense, they started a little slow today, but then because they wanted to start with the inside game to open up the outside shooting, weren't able to do that because St. Thomas played solid inside. So they shifted out and started to the shooting, got some outside shots, which opened everything up for them, and this is why we got the point spread we did. Very shortly, we'll be switching over to the seniors announcement.
Yep.
Presentations, which we'll be going to the camera mic for that.
Okay, we'll go to House PA. Thank you, Ian, so much for being part of our women's game. We'll see you back here in the co-pilot seat for men. But right now, over to the seniors night. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. Stay with us.
Okay. First off, thanks everyone for attending and taking your time to support all of the student athletes here today. We certainly appreciate it. And buckle in because we've got quite a few people to go through. So apologies in advance, you have to listen to me. First off, we want to thank Coach Connors and St. Thomas for the opportunity to compete against such a quality opponent. I think it's 3 times in 5 years that you've also had to listen to me do this, so thank you for your patience in allowing us to do it. We also want to recognize 5 graduating athletes from the St. Thomas program, and they're Ava Prosser, Emma Connors, Sam Storney, Emily Owens, and Vanessa Sophie. You've all represented your team in our league extremely well. You've been always competitive and certainly a challenge, and you've made our team better. So thank you, and you've definitely kicked our butts along the way, and we appreciate everything that you've done and for our league. So thank you very much, and congratulations to graduating athletes, and good luck in the future. We first want to recognize 2 graduating members of our Micah and Manager Abby. If you want to come on up here, please. So Mike has been our student trainer for the past 2 seasons and has fit right in with our group from the start. Our athletes have appreciated his easygoing nature and approachability. His willingness to provide whatever support is needed, including the free tutoring. Micah will be graduating this spring with a bachelor's degree in science with honors. And Manager Abby has been with us for 4 years and has filled many roles with us over that time. She has been a scorekeeper, a video coordinator, stats person, ankle taper, dry cleaner, babysitter, friend supporter, listening ear, comedian, our team's social conscience, and 1/3 of the Abby and Skababby trio. Most importantly, Abby is the glue that holds our team together. She connects everyone, and truly what she has done for us will be irreplaceable. Mike and Abby have gone above and beyond to make sure our team has what it needs to be at its best, and for that we're all extremely grateful. So congratulations and thank you to you both. Okay, so our first graduating athlete that we're going to recognize is Tori James. I first got the chance to coach Tori when she was 12 years old. I found out pretty quickly that even at only 12, she hated losing more than I did, and I knew we were going to get along just fine. What I saw then was an extremely determined young girl who had a dream of playing university basketball. Tori developed into a fundamentally sound point guard, a tenacious competitor, and a strong leader who pursued her dream with an unmatched intensity. She got to realize her dream when she committed to play at St. Mary's University. After 2 years, when she reached out to us here, we couldn't have been more excited by the thought to have her join our program. For us, Tori has brought a winning mindset, a steady presence in the backcourt, poise under pressure, a complementary style of play that makes all her teammates better, and unwavering leadership. She will now graduate from Mount Allison with a degree in sociology. And Tori, the opportunity to be part of your basketball journey, for you to get to live your dream here, and to be able to stand and yap on the microphone on your senior's day is one of the privileges of my coaching career. So thank you for the trust you've placed in us, for all you and your family have done for me personally, and all of us couldn't be more proud of the woman who stands here today. So thank you and congratulations. Our next graduating athlete is Megan Philbrick. Megan quite literally provides the soundtrack for our team and is leaving big shoes to fill for our next team DJ. On the court, Megan had used her desire to improve and willingness to ask questions to get better to expand her role on the team. Megan has been willing to make the most of whatever role she was given. She's developed into an excellent rebounder, a tough interior defender with the flexibility to switch on the perimeter matchups. She has the ability to make plays from the perimeter and can use effective footwork to score inside. The part of Megan's game we're most proud of is her growth as a leader. What started out as risk control over the sound system has grown into someone who has revamped our team's social media account, an active leader in group discussions, and someone with excellent insight into planning and our program routines. Megan has truly set the standard for our team and how to perform in the weight room. Megan has shown us how to take a passion for your craft and turn it into academic excellence. Through that, She will graduate with a degree in Fine Arts, is on the Dean's List, and will finish as a 3-time CCA National Scholar Award winner. We couldn't be more grateful to Megan for being the teammate and leader she has become. We are lucky that she's been willing to share her passion and creativity with us for the past 4 years. So congratulations and thank you, Megan. Next we have Maddie Greatorex. What do you say about a person who's good at everything? The best I could come up with was simply to say thank you. Thank you for showing us how to excel in the classroom as a member of the Dean's List, by graduating with a science degree with honors, by giving your time as a TA, and by being recognized as a 4-time CCA National Scholar Award recipient. Thank you for having the versatility to play any role on the basketball court, to play any position, to guard any matchup, to score when needed, to facilitate when needed, and to be an absolute monster defensively. Thank you for your leadership, whether that's in film or preparation, with feedback on how we should play and plan, whether that's being a vocal leader with feedback for your teammates, by being someone that others can look up to and follow your example of how to be a student athlete, and for your leadership in showing how to be humble and approachable to everyone. Maddie would have excelled academically at whatever university she wanted. She could have helped any athletics program she wanted. We couldn't be more fortunate and grateful that she was willing to spend 4 years of her time to make us better people and a better program. So thank you, Maddie. Congratulations. Our next athlete is Sophie Trail. Sophie Trail has been an injection of positivity in our program from the very beginning. In her very first year, we placed extremely high expectations on Sophie Trail and asked her to take on a ton of responsibility. She welcomed that challenge and embraced the opportunity to lead our team on the floor from the very first time she put on a Mount A uniform. We put our trust in her, and she's been delivering for our program ever since. On the court, Sophie Trail is a dynamic scorer from all 3 levels, a relentless defender who's usually the most surprised person in the gym anytime she gets called for a foul, and someone we rely on to dictate the pace of the game. Sophie Trail is always our leader by example, with her play, her kindness, her commitment to training on her own, and her willingness to help a teammate in need. Sophie Trail will graduate with a degree in psychology, and I want to thank you for being the first recruit ever to say yes to us during my time here at Mount Allison. It's her commitment and dedication that set in motion and has been the catalyst for the improvement of our program over the past 4 years. So congratulations, and thank you for pushing us all to be better. Our last graduating athlete this year is Abby Miller. One of the first things I found when I became the coach here was an email from Abby in the middle of the summer. Not exactly the peak time for finding potential student athletes, but what became apparent immediately when Abby arrived on campus was that she was someone we absolutely had to have in our program. Abby came in and worked her way into the rotation as a first-year player on a veteran-heavy team. She showed unmatched passion that she freely shared with her teammates, her opponents, the officials, and her coaches. We traded roles today, and I yelled at the referees instead. From second year on, Abby has channeled that passion into being our team leader and MVP. It's even been a full week since you yelled at me. So I think we're at a week. On the court, Abby's been a dominant force who was recognized as the ACAA first team All-Star last year and has followed that up with another fantastic season to date. Abby has given her time, her energy, her knees, shins, ankles, shoulders, back, and whatever else we're holding together with duct tape at this point to make our team better. Abby is one of the best leaders I've had the opportunity to ever coach. The amount of care and consideration she has for others is greater than you could fairly ask any one individual to have. Abby will graduate this year with a degree in sociology. And to wrap up, the moral of Abby's story is to answer your emails. Because if you're lucky, you may get to meet a great person that you couldn't be more damn proud of today. So thank you very much, Abby. Is that all? We're done?